What do all these things have in common? Yes, they're all white. They're all made by Apple, but there's one more thing. They're all $19. But this is nothing new to Apple. In fact, the brand has a long history of pricing not-so-sexy items right at $19. There are currently several products listed for $19 on Apple's website. Apple is so loyal to this pricing model that this simple cloth is $19. And yes, that's quadruple what you could get a cleaning cloth from at Amazon or at Target, Walmart, or other stores. And that's why it took the internet by storm after Apple slapped a $19 price tag on it.
No, don't start with the MacBooks?
No, the biggest part of this announcement was the new microfiber polishing cloth that Apple put out for $19.
But why? What is it about a $19 price point, that $19 number, that gets Apple so excited? Let's dig in. To start, Apple is making use of something known as price charming. What is that? Let's focus on the number 9. Have you ever noticed that when you go shopping, you see all these items that are priced at something 99? Studies show that ending sales prices in the number 9 generally makes people want them more. So you subconsciously decide that those prices are justifiably cheaper than ones ending in the number 0. And Apple has completely bought into the idea. Let's take a look. Every single made by Apple product on its website ends with that special number again. Literally, every single product, from this charging cable, to this desktop, to this Apple Watch. Price strategists told me that's clearly by design. And the strategy is working. Apple's category of $19 products, grouped in with its AirPods and smartwatches, is starting to rival revenue from Mac sales. Mac computers brought Apple $9 billion in a recent earnings report, whereas its wearables category, including the $19 doodads, brought the company over $8 billion. The polishing cloth is Apple's most back-ordered product, and that means people are more than willing to fork over $19 as long as there's an Apple logo on it. Which brings us to our next point, the pricing sweet spot. Analysts I spoke to said that Apple's fascination with the number 19 shows that the company believes 19 is neither too high nor too low, but just right to woo prospective buyers. If Apple were to sell products far below $20, it might make the brand appear cheap, and that would not align with the premium market that Apple wants to dominate. And the price point could also speak to the type of customer that Apple wants to attract.
If they wanted everybody as their customer, I think that they would be pricing different products slightly lower.
That's Gene Munster, a tech stock analyst who has covered Apple for over a decade. For example, you might not buy this adapter by itself, but it's easy to add on and toss it in the cart when you're buying something more expensive. Say I'm on the market for a new MacBook. This one has Apple's new M1 Pro chip, and if I add it to my cart for, say, $1,999, what's another $19 on top of that? I might even add 2 $19 items for good measure. Apple's products are generally more expensive than your average devices, and they tend to attract shoppers who are willing to pay more. Especially since with Apple, consumers seem to think they already know what they're going to get.
What matters is that they're getting something from a brand that they trust. And ultimately, Apple has consumers that are willing to make that jump, even though as a percentage, it's certainly expensive. But this concept of I'm an Apple user and I want to surround myself with all Apple products that have that seal of approval.
When I reached out for thoughts from Apple, a spokesman declined to comment. Apple says it prices its offerings to be competitive. But let's be clear, there are cheaper alternatives out there too. Not every company charges $19 for very simple products. In fact, most of these $19 items can be found somewhere else for much cheaper. So here's Apple's cloth, the $19 rag that someone let me borrow because I couldn't get my hands on it myself. As you can see, the wait time is at least 10 weeks. But now that I have it, it's soft, it looks nice, almost has a suede-like texture, and it even gets fingerprints off my computer. I tried to find a similar one on Amazon, so I read through some reviews, and after about 2 days, I got these. A pack of 3 for about $9. They work just fine, they look nice too, and they got fingerprints off my gadgets. And I have a couple to spare in case I lose one. So what does this all mean for you? A few things. 1, if you don't care about brand loyalty, or don't care about little Apple stickers with your purchase, you can buy just as good products from other retailers that will work just fine on your Apple gadgets. And next time you want to purchase a $19 charging adapter, remember that Apple used to include that in the box with iPhones at no additional charge. Analysts told me that going with products from other brands, particularly those on the lower end, might have you wishing you had just paid the premium. A polishing cloth probably isn't that thing, though. What do you make of Apple's pricing psychology? Have you noticed any of it at all? Comment below and let me know your thoughts. And if you want to watch more Apple-related content, check out this video on their new privacy policy. Also, be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on the latest gadgets and the industry that's powering them.